Hi everyone, and welcome to the WTD podcast. My name is Kyia Mochitani, and I'm your host for today's episode. Every episode, it'll be me right here. So for this episode, we are talking all things where's the dough, entrepreneurship, and how I started my entrepreneur journey, and how I have grown to have an entrepreneur mindset. First of all, I was always so passionate about self-development, right? So like I never ever wanted to settle. I never agreed with being mediocre at something. That's just something my heart just was not ever set on. And so when I started looking at self-development, I saw a lot of entrepreneurship stuff, how some awesome, incredible, super freaking successful entrepreneurs came about and how they had their mindset. I also was not happy with the lifestyle I was living. So yeah, like about a year ago, I would say I felt like I was very lazy. I didn't make the most out of my days, and I felt like I have so much potential, and me just doing nothing all day was just wasting it away. And I had a gift. I know I have a gift. Everyone has a gift. And I had a gift, and I was just doing nothing about it. So I was like, you know what? I need to get better. I want to serve other people, and I'm not okay with just being mediocre. I'm not okay with just sitting on the couch all day. Which you could be productive sitting on the couch. That's not the problem, but I just wasn't, right? So here, if you haven't looked into any entrepreneur stuff, if you don't know what an entrepreneurship mindset is, here is how you start. Right here, I have some awesome books. These were the 3 books that I first started reading when I started my entrepreneur mindset journey. So I want to go through them. I want to talk a little bit about it, and hopefully you might pick it up or read an audiobook or go on Blinkist. Blinkist is a app where you search up a book, and it basically gives you a 20-minute summary version of all key points, and basically you read a book in 20 minutes is what it is. But these are the books I read, took notes on, changed my whole entire life. So this book is called Mindset by Dweck. It talks about what a growth mindset is, what is a fixed mindset, and how you want to have a growth mindset and how you can apply a growth mindset to literally all aspects of life. So that was that. And then this book, I cannot put it down. I finished this book so fast. To all of my ladies out there, and even some males if you're interested, this book, Believe It by Kern Lima, she literally changed my whole life. I can only speak the best things of her. She started It Cosmetics in her living room with her husband, and was told no more times than she can count, and she really believed in the authenticity of a woman. And this book just shows her whole business journey, the ups and the downs, the good and the bad. And spoiler alert, she sold her business, It Cosmetics, for $1.2 billion to L'Oreal. That's crazy. She's incredible. Definitely 1000% give this book a read. And then lastly, this is a book that started it all, is Atomic Habits. It basically just talks about what to do, how to, and how long it takes to start a habit. And if you do one habit or implement something new to be better every single day, in 100 days you'll be 100 times better. Whatever, 100% better. Whatever it is, tiny changes for remarkable results is what it's all about, and it's incredible. Started my whole thing. It's a really good starting point if you want. Starts off a little slow, but it's incredible, and take notes, take everything, not with a grain of salt, but literally, amazing. If you're not really into reading, here's an alternative, is listening to podcasts. And if you're listening to this, then you're at the right place. That means that you're starting your self-development journey, that you want to become better, and that, look at you, you're helping yourself. Like, obviously, like, you could be doing 100 different things, but you're right here listening. That's huge. And for that, you should be forever proud of yourself. But some people who've done it for a long time and who are literally amazing, a few people are Ed Mylett. I'm also reading his book right now. It's called The Power of One More. Basically, it's just never settle for just doing the bare minimum, right? It's always do one more. When you're at the gym, do one more rep. If you're running, run one more mile. If you're prepping meals, prep one more meal. If your goal is to serve people, serve one more person. He has such an awesome podcast where he interviews some really freaking amazing people who are awesome and just make you feel so good. So definitely check out Ed Mylett. Tom Bilyeu and Lisa Bilyeu are incredible people. They are married and they do relationship theory. Lisa does women theory, and then Tom does impact theory. And so they have podcasts, and Lisa has a book. They are incredible. They are actually the co-founders of Quest Nutrition, so if you like that, you should go check them out. They are freaking amazing. Have the healthiest relationship. I literally embody their relationship when it comes to Jake and I. They are phenomenal individuals. I can only speak the best things of them. Another person is, the first podcast I ever started listening to was Rob Dial. He does the Mindset Mentor, and a lot of the ways I think are all from him. Like, seriously, like, he is incredible. His podcasts are literally 20 minutes and they just make sense. He's practical. He doesn't like to be like a motivational, inspirational person. He's just practical. It's, if you want to achieve great things, then fucking do the work. Sorry, excuse my French, but freaking do the work. Like, I don't know. He's just amazing and I love him so much. He started it all for me. And then lastly, another good example is Jay Shetty. He does On Purpose for podcasts, and he also has a book called Think Like a Monk. I haven't read his book yet, but I've heard great things. And his podcast is just how to find your purpose, and he interviews some also amazing freaking individuals who are so successful and so inspiring. So starting your entrepreneur mindset or journey. Start reading. Maybe grab a book. Read in the morning or at night. It doesn't have to be 50, 100 pages. It could literally be 2 pages every day. And then maybe read one more, like Ed Mylett. Listen to a podcast while you're driving, while you're on the tread, when you're getting ready in the morning. Just press play. Turn it on. You might learn something. Why not? Another thing is to start following entrepreneurs on social media. Be surrounded. Create social media. Create your social media environment and atmosphere to best fit you. So, like, if you're into this, follow Ed Mylett, follow Tom Bilyeu, follow Tony Robbins. Like, they are incredible individuals who post and speak so many good insight, and that didn't make sense. So much insight and so much good information is what I meant to say. So, fruit for thought. And lastly, how do the richest, most successful entrepreneurs live? And how can you embody that? How can you embody them? If you want to be super successful, whatever that looks like for you, how can you embody the most successful people in your industry? How can you live like them? How can you learn from them? And how can you grow? So for me, it was having a morning routine. That's what I started with. Putting on a strict morning routine, and I never let myself not do that, or else I couldn't start my day. It was, this is hardcore, this, and I'll go over my morning routine and stuff in further episodes, so I don't want to speak too much on that. Another thing is capitalizing on sleep. Capitalizing on sleep. Some entrepreneurs, when they started their journey, were literally sleeping 2 hours a night because they were on the grind. But how they're living now in this successful whatever, they capitalize on sleep. Something that was really important to them. Tom Bilyeu, he speaks really good on it. He has a really inspiring morning routine. You should definitely listen to that episode of his podcast. Another thing for me was just to learn from experience. The more I listened to all these entrepreneurs, the more that I realized, first of all, these people know themselves better than anyone knows themselves. Second of all, they have so much experience. They've talked to so many individuals, and they have learned from them. They've grown from them. So like when I see a stranger, or if I find an opportunity to talk to somebody new, I want to hear their story. I want to learn from them. I want to speak to them. I want to become a better person with conversations. And hearing other people's story literally sometimes brings me to tears, because I learn and grow so much from them just by talking to somebody. So step out of your comfort zone and talk to somebody new. Yeah. Also, another thing for me, a lot of these entrepreneurs, they believed in their business, their message, so much so that there was no plan B. Plan B basically means that you are fearful and doubtful of plan A, and for them that was never an option. So for me, that's how it is. I have no plan B. This is what I want to do. I'm forming a podcast. I want to build a brand. I want to start coaching people. This is my dream, right? There's no plan B. I believe in my message so hard, and I believe that I can help so many people, and I want to do and will do and give everything I have just for that. Lastly, having no balance. I read this book called The One Thing, and it basically just talks about how balance is BS. If you want to do something extraordinary, something has to give. So if you think of, this is me time and this is podcast. If I want to do something really extraordinary over here with my podcast, then something's got to give. My me time's got to go. Or if I want to go hang out with friends, but I want to work so hard on my podcast and want this to be super successful and do something extraordinary, it'd be over here, something's got to give. Friend time's got to go. That's just the way life is, and I'm learning to be okay with that. And I'll talk more about how balance is BS and all that stuff in further episodes. But thank you guys so much for listening. I had so much fun. I love talking about this. This is something I'm so passionate about, and I think you can thrive from it, and I think you can learn so much and grow so much. So why not? Give it a try. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. It literally means the world to me. You guys could be doing 100 different things right now, but you're here listening, and that just literally means the entire world to me, and for that I'm forever grateful. Yeah, this podcast is for the dreamers, the doers, and the go-getters. I love you guys so much. It's indescribable. Have the best day ever.